Hey guys, and welcome back to Cinephiles Assemble, and this being the month of April, let's see what movies and TV shows I acquired in the month of March of 2022. As always, we're going to start out with the greatest of all formats, glorious VHS. We're going to start with a movie I've been wanting to see forever. It's lived at several video stores I've worked at, but I just never have rented it or picked it up, and now I finally have. Dead Man on Campus, about that urban legend where if your roommate kills herself, you get an automatic straight A's. So these two dumbasses decide to try and get their roommate to kill themselves. We all know it's an urban legend, but might be fun. Plus Tom Everett Scott usually brings something fun. Next up is a horror classic that I've never seen from horror master Clive Barker, who I will be mentioning later on in this. For early 90s, Nightbreed. And considering it's a 1990 horror movie, I guess now I'm a little closer to forcing myself to make that podcast about the horror movies of the 1990s. But as we all know, I cannot add VHS to my collection without letting some go. So, Godspeed, folks. Yes, transmuted from VHS to DVD, I've got My Boyfriend's Back, which is a surprisingly good zombie romantic comedy. And from George A. Romero and Stephen King, I've got The Dark Half, which I love the book, but I'm not sure if I've ever actually seen the movie, despite having owned the VHS for so long. Moving on to orphaned DVDs, I've got this single disc from a Pure Terror collection. It's probably one of those 50 movie packs. It's got 5 horror movies in it. We've got Undertaker and His Pals, Night of Bloody Horror, Green Eyes, Night of the Blood Beast, and Anatomy of a Psycho. Now, I actually have Anatomy of a Psycho on VHS, but it's one of those double VHS with Hatchet for the Honeymoon. So, that one gets to stay. Moving on to Blu-rays, I guess I have to mention this man's name in every single one of these. Pilfered from the collection of that scallywag, and a man I must fight one day once I've been turned into a werewolf, and he turned into some kind of Frankenstein-type monster, Benjamin Ritchie. We've got The Howling, which somehow I've never seen. Exploitation classic The Toolbox Murders, and a trio of Don Knotts comedies. I've got The Reluctant Astronaut, The Shakiest Gun in the West, and How to Frame a Fig, which is good because I've always been curious how to frame figs. They must pay for the crimes I have committed. Moving on to normal DVDs, I've got Room 6, which I bought mainly because of the cover, and it's a horror movie, and I need to build my collection around horror movies that I've never heard of. Plus, it's got Jerry O'Connell, Chloe Grace Moretz, and Kane Hodder, so it'll have something there. Now, the one that I'm most excited this month to get my hands on. This is one of those movies that is close to my heart. When I had some friends that had weekly Sunday night movie nights, we found this one on TV, and every single time someone new was introduced to that Sunday night movie night group, we insisted that they watch it. It is a cinematic classic. It is Ice Spiders. It's just so much fun. I can't wait to subject everybody I know to this. Now on to some of the digital movies I acquired. Vudu was having a couple sales this month that I took advantage of. First was they had a bunch of Batman-related movies, and if you bought one, you got an $8 credit towards The Batman. And I found a movie that I didn't own, that I wanted to own. That was $8, so I figured I was going to see The Batman. Why not? So I picked up Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, which is a really, really good animated movie. They also had a deal on TV bundles, so I have almost completed my run of New Who. I picked up The Doctor, The Widow and the Wardrobe, The Snowmen, and The Day of the Doctor, which completes my Matt Smith run of Doctor Who, as well as the complete run of Peter Capaldi, including Season 8, Last Christmas, Season 9, The Husbands of River Song, The Return of Dr. Mysterio, Season 10, and Twice Upon a Time. I still need to pick up the Jodie Whittaker seasons, other than Flux, which I have, but I did pick up Eye of the Daleks, which was this past year's New Year's special. So I'm getting close with New Who. Now for the rest of the digital movies that fell into my lap, we're going to go in descending order of how excited I am to have these in my collection. First off, we have Academy Award-winning movie No Time to Die, Big, Darkman, which is a really great Sam Raimi, Liam Neeson pulp superhero movie, Independence Day, My Girl, both 1 and 2, On the Basis of Sex, the Lego Movie 2, the second part, The Words, which I've always been curious about. It's a thriller about a writer who, at the peak of his success, discovers the steep price he has to pay for stealing another man's work. So, sounds a lot like The Dark Half, but who knows. The one that I've heard is really good, though I've yet to see, Gosford Park, Kick-Ass, Vampire Academy, Hotel Transylvania 2, finishing up the trilogy, I Am Legend, Get Hard, Black Nativity, The Secret Lives of Pets 2, The Pirate Fairy, I Am Max Born to Be Wild, and Tyler Perry's Medea's Neighbors from Hell and Medea's Witness Protection. All right, so those are the movies and TV shows I acquired in the month of March. In the month of April, I've got a couple ideas to shoot around. These are my goals for April of 2022. I'm not promising anything because I've found out that when I promise things on these videos, they wind up not happening and I look like an ass. So these are what I'm shooting for. I'll probably miss most of them, but I'm going to try. First, I have finished filming the first annual Cinephiles Assemble Awards for Outstanding Achievement in the field of cinematic excellence and oddities. Now, I wanted to get this edited and uploaded before Oscar weekend, but instead I decided to get drunk and watch Doctor Who. I know, you're shocked. So yeah, this is going to be late, but that's the first thing I'm going to do that I hope will be out sometime this week. Next, I'm going to do a little small reviews on one movie from each month. One from January, one from February, and one from March. If you have something in those videos that you really want to see what I think of, send me a message, leave it in the comments. I might do it, I might not. It depends. After that, there is a science fiction movie of incredible acclaim that I have yet to see and really need to get to, especially because people voted for me to watch it a very long time ago, and I need to get back to that. I mentioned Clive Barker earlier, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm going to try to get out the first episode of a bi-weekly podcast series, We Have Such Sights to Show You, a Cinephiles Assemble podcast that will be focusing on the Hellraiser series. I hope to get at least the first episode out by the end of the month. And of course, if I have time, Batman. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions for things you'd like to see me do, I'll leave them in the comments. See you next time.